Well, it finally happened. It took 52 years, but it finally happened. I officially hurt my neck in my sleep. Went to bed feeling fine, woke up, I could hardly even move my neck. Now I understand this has probably never happened to you. I mean, no, it's just something that happens to old guys over the age of 50. But just in case it happens to you, what are we supposed to do about it? Hey everyone, welcome to the front row. If this is your first video, welcome. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so, and remember to turn on your notifications so you never miss another exciting video when we release it. In this video, we're going to talk about some basic ways in which you can warm up our neck, go through some range of motion of our cervical spine, and hopefully loosen up our neck and help it feel better so that when we have those major accidents at night, we don't have to pay the price for it for days. Let's get started. It's really important before you do any type of static stretching is that the muscles warmed up a little bit. So I don't recommend getting straight out of bed in the morning and starting to static stretch. So we're going to go through a series of basic warm-ups for the cervical spine. First thing we're going to do are some nice easy neck rolls. You know, let your head come forward, rotate back, and we'll do about 5 or 6 in each direction. Now it's really common for you to get crunching. You might even have a little bit of sharp pain. Might feel a little hitched up at a certain place. So try to make it as pain-free as you can. What helps sometimes is to have a rolled up towel. This is a pillowcase to support the neck a little bit. And then use that as a guide to roll your neck on. Personally, I like the towel there or the pillowcase because it gives me a little bit of support and I feel like it can relax the muscles of the neck a little bit more. The first exercise we do after the cervical spine rotation are chin tucks, double chins, or cervical retractions. The idea is that we want to try to work against that forward head posture that all of us try to fall into. So as you're sitting here, you're going to bring your head back as far as you can, about a 3-second hold, and then you're going to release it. And as you do that, the goal is to hopefully go back a little bit further each time. One thing that you can do is offer a little bit of overpressure on your chin. So I'm here, I come into the end, and I put just a little gentle overpressure. You'll get this sensation of elongation in the back of your cranium. Sometimes you might even feel a stretch back there. It's a muscle called the occipitalis. If you don't feel a stretch, don't worry about it. But the idea is that we want to try to bring that head back as far as we can. So that's the chin tuck. Now, one of the things that you can do for your posture is find your neutral. And everyone's neutral is a little bit different. So let's say I'm going to be sitting here and I'm working on my computer or doing something like that. I'm going to bring my chin back as far as I can into the double chin, and then I'm going to release it just a little bit, and this is where my neutral spine is. I want to avoid the forward head, so I'm going to come all the way back, and then I'm going to find my neutral. Now I can still move my head around, but this is where I want to carry myself and not let it collapse into that forward head. Now we're going to work on rotations, and it's important. Once again, I'm sitting up as tall as I can. Remember, lower back is happiest in neutral, where there's a little bit of a curve. So you sit up as tall as you can, and you come back down just a little bit, so there's a little hollow in the small of your back. Cervical spine, I'm going to do a little bit of a chin tuck. So chin tuck with the cervical spine, and then I'm going to work on rotation. As far as I can go, both directions. Now remember, you're starting to take notice if you have a loss of range of motion in one plane versus the other. Let's say you're doing the chin tuck and you're like, wow, that created a lot of tightness on that right side. Write that down. Boy, I can't turn my head to the right side as far as I can as the left. Write that down, because those are all going to be key components of your personalized stretching program that's going to get the most attention when you give yourself those daily 15 minutes to stretch. Now we'll do side bending. So 50% chin tuck, and I'm going to side bend. Chin tuck and side bend. I don't like putting a lot of overpressure on this one, just because we tend to be a little bit more precarious in this, But if you feel like you're okay, you can come here and give it just a little bit of overpressure. Side bend, a little bit of overpressure. Next, we'll work on flexion and extension. Before I go into extension, I'm going to do my chin tuck, and I'm going to go back as far as I can comfortably. When I get to the end, I'm going to nod my head no just a little bit for about a 5 rep count. And then when I'm done, I'm going to try to go a little bit further. Hit the barrier, nod my head 5 times each direction. Relax for a second and go a little bit further, and then slowly bring my head back to neutral. So what it looks like is I'm taking my head into extension, and then I'm just nodding my head. And it's almost, think about it as lubricating the joint, kind of greasing the wheel a little bit, then I'm going back a little bit further. So let's put that all together again. Sitting up nice and tall, I'm going to do my chin tuck. I'm going to go into extension as far as I can comfortably. When I get to the limit, I'm going to nod my head about 1 inch in each direction for about 5 times. And I'm going to go a little bit further into extension. Nod again for 5. And go a little bit further. And then use my hand if I need to, and slowly bring my head back up to neutral. The last one we'll do is flexion. So what I'm going to recommend that you do is you take your thumbs and you put them right behind your ear. And then what you're going to do is you're going to lift up a little bit and then down into flexion. So it's almost like we're trying to decompress the neck, and then we're going to go down into flexion. So I'm here, I'm going to lift up just a little bit, and then I'm going to slowly work down into flexion. And back up to neutral. Lift up, slowly work down into flexion. Pause for about a 2-second count, and then come back up again. I don't know about you, but my neck sure feels better after going through those exercises. If you'd like to learn more about how to take your stretching to the next level, maybe incorporate some upper back and some shoulder stretching, make sure you check out my Udemy class on neck, shoulder, and upper back stretching. And I'll put the link down below and also in the description of the video. If you have any questions about neck warm-ups and neck stretches, let me know. If not, good luck, and until next time.